Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. So this week we are doing a monthly instead. I'm going to be carrying on with the weekly, so I'll be back on them next week. It's just that I'm feeling kind of like, oh wow, I've got to get, Wednesday 1st of July through to Sunday 5th of July and I've got to do it today. And I was about to do it on my iPad. And then I thought, I really don't want to record the YouTube videos on my iPad because I like doing fiddly things like speeding up the shuffles and, putting nice writing on and doing nice thumbnails and things like that. So I just thought, you know what, obviously you didn't have time at the start of the week to get the weeklies in. So what we'll do is we're going to have a bit of a treat, guys. We're going to do a monthly for you this week and just showing you the but we'll be back to weeklies next week, but you'll have a monthly reading anyway as a reference point. So we're just using a couple of decks this week. We're using the Golden Art Tarot Nouveau, which I really love. The Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, and we're also going to use as Spiritual Advice Crazy Sexy Love Notes. I really just love this. I love this deck. It's phenomenal. It's wonderful. All right, guys, that's the decks for the week. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi Pisces, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. So we're going to do a monthly this week. We're going to do July 2020. Just gives me more time to sort of edit and stuff rather than trying to get out, a reading for Wednesday to Sunday, and because I'm quite busy. So yeah. We're going to do a monthly reading for you, and from Monday we'll be back to doing weeklies, but I thought in the interim it'd be nice to give you a little treat and give you a monthly. So we're using the golden, the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. That's what we're using today. And yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy, and we'll get on with your reading. Okay, Pisces, let's have a look. So this area here, I always kind of say this is the situation for July. So the situation you're dealing with for July is there's a move here, Pisces, happening. Usually the Knight of Wands could be a career move, a move from, one location to the other. This is travel. This is usually, the Knight of Wands was usually the card that a lot of tarot readers would allude with as being a home move. So there's definitely some form of a move of some sort that you're dealing with. What's influencing that move? Yeah, the Fool. Makes sense, doesn't it? The Fool does. So for me, there is a need for a new beginning. There is a need to be free with the Fool. Also, the Fool can be a child as well, so perhaps what's influencing you moving is something to do with a child with the Fool. But also, what's influencing this move is the need to experience something new and to do something new with the Fool energy showing there. And also, it feels like to offload yourself of baggage as well, Pisces, because the Fool, if you look at the Fool, he doesn't have a bag. Well, he's got a bag, but the bag is small. And whenever I look at the Fool with the small bag, it always kind of strikes me that the wording should be baggage free. So this person has very little baggage, or if they've had baggage, because remember the Fool is always repeating the journey. He's always going back to zero and repeating the whole journey again. So he's probably, in a way, got lots of experience in a way. And with the baggage, for every trip that he's taken, he's losing baggage because he's experiencing things and he's probably doing them in a better way the next time round. So I just feel for some of you guys, it's about a move, and that move is influenced by a need to experience something new, okay? A need to let go of baggage, for example, with the Fool energy. It could be a child as well, for example, the need to take a risk for some of you guys. What's the root cause of everything, though? And could also be a new opportunity, so that move could also be influenced by a new opportunity there. The root cause is the Temperance energy showing here. So I think the root cause for you is really about I think for me, it looks like you want to test. It's about testing something out. Because Temperance is the alchemist. Okay? And yes, Temperance is about balance and equilibrium. But if you look at the foot in the water, it's testing the waters. She's trying to bring two different energies together She's trying to bring two things, you know, there's a measure. She needs measure, but she's trying to measure something out on the card. The two cups together where she's trying to get an equal balance of something. I think for you guys, the root cause really, it's not just about testing things out, testing the waters. I certainly think that you're testing the waters, i.e. the Fool is about testing waters as well. So the root cause is about testing the waters and wanting to experience something new. But also the root cause is about trying to bring something into balance in your life, I guess, yes, with the Temperance energy here. And what we've got is that you're influenced to go and do something new, to try something out new, okay, which is why you're experiencing a move, because you're wanting to bring more balance into your life with the Temperance energy. It's about trying to bring certain things together. What have you experienced in the recent past concerning this situation, Pisces? Well, you've experienced the Seven of Swords, so you might have experienced some failures, some stops and some starts, because that's the Seven of Swords for you. The Seven of Swords says, well, I've accomplished something, but I haven't got everything. So it may be the root cause for you is that you're testing the waters, you're trying to bring something into balance in your world, but in the recent past, whilst you've been trying to do this, because I don't think that this is the first time that you've tried this. I think you've tried it before, because I think that you've tried it before with that Seven of Swords. In the recent past, you've tried it out, the Seven of Swords, and it's not worked out very well. But also in the recent past, some of you guys have been trying to escape something with this Seven of Swords as well. Let me ask what you've been trying to escape. What has Pisces been trying to escape in the recent past? Because I think that this is you in the recent past, actually. I think there's two things that you're probably trying to do. I think with the Seven of Swords, you've been trying to... And actually, we'll ask it another way, what it means by that Seven of Swords. Because this could be an escape that you've been trying to make. This could be a strategy that you've been putting into place, a plan of action with the Seven of Swords. Or it could be a failed plan. That's what the Seven of Swords is. Because he doesn't take all of the swords. He only takes a couple and has to leave two behind. So what do you mean that Pisces have experienced the Seven of Swords in the recent past? What do you mean that Pisces have experienced the Seven of Swords in the recent past in two cards? Yeah, the Seven of Coins. So I think that you've been waiting here. You've been waiting for something to flourish with the Empress energy. You've put a lot of hard work in. If you look at this version of the Seven of Coins, can you see him? He's planted all the seeds and now he's waiting for all these seeds to kind of flourish with that Empress energy there. So it's partly a strategy that you've put in place, but it's also partly that you've been putting the legwork in. So that's another word that you can use with the Seven of Swords. It's putting in the legwork, because he's doing all the legwork. Can you see with his legs? His legs always strike me. And it's not about cautiousness or being careful. This is, you've been putting the legwork in, and you've had some success, but not everything. But you've not succeeded in everything, because you've put all this work in, and now you're waiting for these seeds to really open up and flourish with that Empress energy there. So you've put the legwork in, and you've had some success, but there has been something that's been amiss there as well. But I think that right now, for you, this is the root cause for you now, is that you're really trying to put things together with the Temperance energy showing there. You're really trying to get the right combination here with the Temperance energy. And so, as a result of that, some of you guys are saying, you know what, I'm just going to take a leap of faith. And that's why you're experiencing a move. Because I actually feel as well, when I look at these cards, I think what's interesting about this reading is that we've got some very tentative cards in the reading as well, Pisces. What we've got here is, for example, in the recent past, where we see the Seven of Swords. And we see that this is a card about planning and strategizing, but also it's a card about doing the legwork with the Seven of Swords and having some success, but also not all of the success that you want. Because, you know, you've put the seeds in, you've planted the seeds, and you're tired, and now you've been waiting for a long time for these things to flourish. So you've put in the legwork, but you've had some success, but not everything. And then the root cause for you is all about trying to get the right combination going. You're trying to get the right combination that's going to bring you the success that you want. But I think that as a result of these energies, especially these two cards here, I'm getting the impression in July, Pisces, that you're just kind of like, you know, forget it. I'm just not going to wait, because these are two very fast ones. It almost feels like we've got the cards where you've been very tentative, you've put the plans into action, you've strategized, you've waited to see what flourishes, and you've got somewhere, but it's not been everything that you've wanted. And then suddenly, bam, in July, it's like, you know what, I'm sick of waiting. I'm just going to make a move. I'm just going to take a leap of faith with the Fool energy, because I've been very tentative and very strategical, and I've been doing everything the way that I'm meant to do it, and I'm still not getting all of the results that I want. So therefore, I'm just going to, now we've got the two quick cards that say, forget it, Just going to go for it, just going to do it, because I'm tired of waiting to see what comes about it from this. So I'm just going to go in for the kill now. What's influencing this as well? What's the external factors influencing this energy as well? Well, I think that with the Five of Wands, you're probably facing some challenges with the Five of Wands energy showing there. Moon energy showing there. So you may be facing challenges. It could be with a hidden enemy with the moon energy though showing there. Or it could be with a female with the moon energy. Okay. Also, we could read this and say, you know, you've got some worries here. And they're quite deep for me with the moon energy. There's a lot of worries here with the Five of Wands. Okay. And also, for me, the moon card references asking for guidance or asking for help. Because if you look at the two dogs on the card, they're screaming and they're howling to the moon. So they're asking for help, they're asking for some form of guidance. So I think that some of you guys have been experiencing challenges. You've been facing challenges, possibly with others with the Five of Wands, and you've been with the Five of Wands worrying and feeling anxious and screaming, probably screaming to the universe and saying, help me, because I'm going through all of this difficulty here. And the root cause of all of this is because you've been trying to get something to work. You've been testing the waters. You know, you've been devising a prototype, or you've been trying to devise something in your life that makes it better. And in the recent past, the Seven of Swords, you've been doing the legwork and you've had a little bit of success, but you've been waiting for real growth here and it's not really come, which in turn can be, well, you've had some success, but not a lot of it. You've not achieved everything with the Seven of Swords. So therefore what happens is you say, I'm sick of this. I'm just going to move forward anyway, and I'm going to take a leap of faith, whether it fails or not. I can't wait to see whether the tests that I'm running are actually going to work. I'm just going to have to take that leap of faith. And therefore, what will be the most likely outcome as a result of this? Well, the Tower. So the Tower is something that suddenly happens. It doesn't have to be sudden chaos. Let's have a look at the next one. The Tower and the Nine of Coins. I think that there'll be a sudden gain here. I think you're going to drop lucky. Because usually when I get a Tower card and then I get a Pentacle card, for me this is like a sudden eruption of money or a sudden eruption of, you know, financial gain. And the Nine of Coins is financial gain. It's the Lord of material gain is the Nine of Coins, as depicted, I think, by the Thoth. If you read it in sort of the Thoth, it would be the Lord of material gain. So there's a sudden eruption of material gain. So actually your instincts, I think, are actually going to be quite right. I think that your instincts to just say, sorry, I'm not allowed to swear on videos, to just say, you know what, forget it, let's just go for it. We've done all our tests. Yes, things haven't worked out how I wanted them to work out. And it doesn't look too promising, the results of what I've been doing. And there's been loads of worries here and anxieties, and I'm asking for help and guidance. But as a result of that, it's almost like you're saying, and some of you guys have really been suffering in silence, I think, with these cards as well. But as a result of that, and some of you guys might be fighting a battle. It could be with a female. It could be with them, you know, some enemies here with the moon. And you've been trying to put things right for some of you guys, but just not getting where you want to get. So you're just like, forget it, I'm out of here. I'm just going to move forward and I'm going to take a leap of faith. Maybe in a new direction, maybe in something else. But you'll find that if you do that, Pisces, it's going to pay off for you. It's going to pay off. I mean, I could have read this in a different way. But I won't. I think that this is good. I think this is a good combination. What are you finding coming in the last 2 weeks of July? The Knight of Swords. So it could be a messenger. We've got speed, or this could be a sudden change. Suddenly things are changing with a Knight of Swords, because this could be sudden change. Or this could be a messenger coming in, or something unexpected, some unexpected news, because swords tend to be information and news, and this is being delivered. So news being delivered, something unexpected, Knight of Swords, a sudden change perhaps with the Knight of Swords. We've got a lot of sudden cards. What are you, and I'm going to clarify that as well. What do you mean the Knight of Swords is coming in the last 2 weeks of July for Pisces in 2 cards? Something to do with the family, the home, the Ten of Cups, a relationship is secure. So it looks like your home is secure, or a relationship is finally secure, or the home. I think it's the home. Something to do with the home feeling secure. So there's news, sudden news coming in, your home is secure, or you've managed to secure your home. But it's through something that you do. It feels like you've managed to secure a home here. And there's some news coming in about the home and securing that with the Four of Coins, maybe keeping it. I don't think that this is necessarily a home move with the Knight of Wands, even though you can kind of categorize that card as that. It doesn't feel like it's that to me. It feels like this is more about a shift, a movement. Like there's something that you do with this Knight of Wands. There's a move that you make with the Knight of Wands because it's influenced by a need to experience something new, or a need to do something new, or the need to take a risk. Let's get the other cards and then we're going to do a recap of this reading. So what is the advice for you on this situation? Ooh, Justice in the reverse is the advice for you. I think that you need to do things to suit yourself and not others with the Justice reversed. Because in the area of advice, this is what the universe is advising you to do on the reading. And Justice reverse is being true to oneself, but not necessarily having to do things that please others. So I think that with the advice for you in terms of doing Justice reverse is to do the things that will benefit you and not necessarily benefit others, because this reading really is about you. And you are the one that is saying, actually, what I'm experiencing is a shift and a move here, because I'm influenced by a sense of needing to be free. I'm influenced by a sense of needing to take a leap of faith and a risk, because the root cause is that I've been trying to bring balance back into my world here. And in the recent past, I've failed with this. Seven of Swords, I've been putting the legwork in, but I've failed because I've been planting these seeds and I've been tired. I've been feeling really tired watching them grow, trying to watch how long it's going to take for them to grow. Coupled with what I'm experiencing is a clash with people, or lots of worries and anxieties and asking for help. So I'm just going to take a leap of faith here. And you know what? The most likely outcome is it's going to pay off. There's going to be this sudden eruption of financial gain, in which maybe you've got the good news coming in. Finally, I can save my home, for example. Maybe the worries and anxieties are about saving a home or keeping a home. But the advice is to do things that serve you and not necessarily others, I think, with this Justice reversed. What are your hopes or fears? The Seven of Cups. I think that your fears are that things may not be resolved, perhaps, because the Seven of Cups is... What's the word? I always forget the word for this card. Smokescreen. That you haven't covered everything, maybe, because the Seven of Cups can be a smokescreen. So it may be that your fears are either that you make the wrong choices, or, you know, that you don't see everything for what it truly is, or you've missed certain information out. Or the hope could be that you make the right choice. If you look at the choices that he's got here, the only choice that he's looking towards is that lovely cup with all the jewels there. Can you see how it's got all the white thing, like, ta-da, this is the prize. So it's almost like your hopes would be to make the right choice. Can you see how you've got the hand out there? Your hand is towards this cup here. It's to take the best option. So the hope is to take the best option and to make the right choice, I believe, with that card. And from here, where we've got the good news coming in, I believe, with that Knight of Swords, suddenly news is being delivered very fast. Maybe that a home is being protected or saved. You've managed to save your home or something like that, or you've secured the home. What is leading on from that in July? The Queen of Cups is leading there. So it's evolving, and this could be you, Pisces, obviously. It's an interesting one with the Queen of Cups, because she's one of those cards. She's a people card. She's a court card, obviously. And the Queen of Cups can feel many things. The Queen of Cups can feel empathy. She can feel love. She can feel supportive of others. She can feel nurtured. And that's the word I'm going to, sorry, when I'm thinking about what to say about a card, I'm running through a list of names, a list of words, and that's the word I'm going to settle for, nurturing. It's leading towards you nurturing something here. What are you nurturing? Because the Queen of Cups is nurturing. That was the word I was looking for. I was trying to think, what word can I use for this? There's all sorts of things. But it's leading to you nurturing something. What is Pisces nurturing? What are they, what's Pisces nurturing in 1 to 2 cards? Let's look at the first card. The 3 of Coins, a project. So you're working with others. I think this is something to do with a home, because you're nurturing, you're being creative. It's leading towards you becoming more creative, nurturing a creative project with the 3 of Pentacles there. So you're nurturing a creative project here. It's leading to you nurturing a creative project, working with others on a creative project, being at the helm of a creative project, because you've got news here. Perhaps that you've secured a home. So it's an interesting thing, because we could have used this as a move card as well, because I'm certainly feeling it's something to do with, and this could also be suddenly leaving the 9 of Coins as well. Your apartment, for example, your present home. It's leading to you suddenly leaving your present home here. Let's do the reading again. It's very easy, very interesting, because I think that there's something either about that you're leaving a home or you're maintaining, you're keeping your home. It's one of the two. The energy around you is about movement. Usually this would be a home move. It's influenced by the Fool. So there's just stepping into a new beginning here. The root cause of this is the Temperance. The reason that it's all occurring is because of Temperance. Trying to perhaps get your life back on track. Maybe trying to get some balance going here. Now in the recent past, it feels to me like you accomplished something, but not everything. Like there may have been a little bit of failure in an exercise here. You did the work, but you were waiting for something to flourish from that. And the external factors for why you want to move, or why the reason is for the move here, is because there's been some worries. 5 of Wands energy. Fights or worries or challenges with somebody you don't like. So this could definitely maybe be a home move actually. But it could be, for example, you want to move home because you've got arguments with the neighbours, the moon, you know, problematic people. You may have people living next door to you that do drugs, that type of thing, Pisces. But it feels to me actually what I'm going to do now is actually I am going to read this as a home move for some of you guys. It feels like there's a move. So I think that there is a move here actually when I look at the cards in that way. Because this would usually be a move anyway. So it does feel like the energy around you is about a move. There's a move coming in. And the reason that you're moving is because you've got challenges here. You've got challenges with the moon. Now the moon could also be hidden enemies as well. So you may have challenges or a fight with an enemy, or there could be a hidden enemy, or it could be females here that are problems for some of you guys, or next door neighbours, or people that do drugs, or people that like have all night parties, that type of thing. So I'm seeing a move because you've got problems with someone or something here. The root cause is that you need peace in your life, the Temperance energy. You just need peace and you need balance. And therefore, you're looking for freedom. You're looking to be free of the baggage of whatever that 5 of Wands and moon is for you there. And that's why the focus is on a move. You've failed in recent weeks to secure this, I think. But I do feel the most likely outcome from this will be a sudden gain. And that sudden gain is going to be in the last 2 weeks for some of you guys. Good news coming in. You've secured a property, I believe, here. But the advice for you is the Justice in the reverse. And sometimes the Justice in the reverse can be not to make a decision yet as well, or not to make an affirmed decision, perhaps. So I'll read it in that way. Sorry that I always change up my meanings, but that's just how I am until I get to a point where I'm comfortable with what I'm saying. The advice may be Justice in the reverse, maybe not to make a decision just yet. Why are you advising Justice in the reverse for Pisces? Why are you advising Justice in the reverse for Pisces in 2 cards? Right now, I think it's not to make a decision yet. There may be some problems, 5 of Wands shows again. With the Queen of Swords. You may have some problems with the Queen of Swords. Not to make a decision yet. You maybe have some problems with the Queen of Swords. Maybe this is somebody who's orchestrating the move for you. Why are there problems with this Queen of Swords in 2 cards? Why are there problems? Or there may be some, because this is an instruction as well, so there may be some confusing instructions. It may be that there are wires crossed in terms of the instructions or the information that you're given, actually. So maybe you need to make sure that everything is clear in terms of this move, okay, that you've got the, you know, the proper lowdown, the clarity, that type of thing. Your hope would be that you've made the right choice, and actually that you're going to hit gold. You've chosen the right cup. That this is going to be the right thing that you've chosen. You're going to hit jackpot, basically. Your hope is to hit the jackpot. I think some of you guys have got problems with a neighbour or something like that in terms of the move. And that's why there's a move on the cards in July. And you do secure the property here, mid-July. Good news. News arriving. You've secured the property. Saying the advice is don't make an absolute decision yet, because you could be facing problems here. 5 of Wands energy, either with a person or with some information that's been given, perhaps. Or maybe there's some problems with the demands that you've had, because the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords can be a demand. It's a desire, it's a want, and there may be some blocked kind of, somebody may be blocking your demands on something. So you may have said, it doesn't feel like, I mean, for some of you guys it will be where you've bought the house, and some of you guys it will be where you've rented it, or it belongs to the government or something like that. But the overall outcome for July, where things are heading in terms of this delivery of news about you securing a property, Pisces, will be you're going to start nurturing a new project. So you're going to be at the helm of this work project. So kind of like helming the project in terms of how the house is going to look. You're going to be getting really creative and saying, yeah, I want this here and I want this there and I want this done and I want this done and I want that done. So you're going to be at the helm of a project by the end of July for some of you guys in terms of a new property, I believe, which is really interesting. So I'm seeing a new property on the horizon. Let's have a quick look, Pisces, for your spiritual advice. What's the spiritual advice you have for Pisces? What's the spiritual advice that you have for Pisces in 2 cards? Sorry, in 1 card. Why did I say 2? Well, there's 2. So for some reason I just said 2. Look, and it makes sense, doesn't it? Slow down and nourish yourself. That's the advice for July, Pisces. And it says, when it feels like our world is spinning out of control, it's easy to get overwhelmed. This is a good time to begin a daily meditation practice. Your mind is the most open and receptive in the morning, which is why it's helpful to start your day when centering exercises. Cultivate stillness within and know that there is no rush at the end of our days. We won't care about our to-do lists. We wish we had loved more, lived more, and been at peace. Don't wait, slow down now. And then, have you been using food to numb rather than nourish? Be honest. If so, break that pattern today. Show yourselves that you care about choosing healthy, wholesome foods made with love. Eat your veggies, make a green juice, and toast to your longevity. Cheers. Fantastic reading. So I see a move on the cards for you guys, okay? Make sure that you're not making decisions in haste. I see some blocked information here, or there's challenges ahead with an individual here who's probably at the helm of the move, or there's something that's not being spoken or said here, perhaps. So make sure that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and make sure that you're getting the clarity on this new property for some of you guys, okay? I do see you guys at the helm of a creative project with that Queen of Cups and the 3 of Coins going forward. I see you securing a new property in July, okay? And if you've got problems with neighbours and stuff, I see you finally getting rid of that. Okay. That is your reading. I'd like to say thanks, Pisces, for joining me. If you would like your own private reading, click on the link in the comment section below or the end screen, and have a fantastic month. And I will see you for your weeklies anyway on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.